Hello, welcome. My name is Sheep Thief, and today I'll be coming at you with a WARNO 1v1 replay analysis. This game was actually a game that I did on my stream, so if you guys are interested in watching me stream, keep an eye out, because I'm going to start doing it more often. And I guess if you go back to the streams, you could see this live if you want to see it. But yeah, anyway, this is a game between me and Red 4, who I didn't know who he was, but he is rank 15 in the world, so he's pretty good. But I thought he was just a noob, which is kind of funny. So I'll explain more about that later, but let's look at the deployments really quick. So I'm playing 4th Moto Shoots and he's playing 8th Infantry. I'm pushing forward with a with helicopters to some key areas. Helicopter here to try to secure this, 2 attack rocket helicopters for here to try to shut down any entry into this little complex of buildings here, which can be pretty key to controlling not so much this point, but these 2 points. This is really threatening here, so I go pretty hard for that. I have a bundle of sticks. Someone in the stream told me that that's another nickname for this. We got a bundle of sticks and a Strela. And then aboard these 2 helicopters are 2 pretty beefy recon infantry squads. Over here I'm trying to kind of delay over here, so an ATGM, some Strelas, and then 2 Medices that are going for this. And that's pretty much it for me. I've got a CV coming for this. My opponent has an LRS moving forward for this position, a Ranger's Dragon and a Blackhawk, and a Tow Cobra and a M3A1 Bradley CFV. Going for the center position, we've got another M150A1. I don't really know what this thing is, just like a little vehicle, and another Bradley coming over here. And then the meat and potatoes of his push is coming in the form of a Chaparral, a TT, some kind of tank that I'm not familiar with, and some engineers. So let's go. So immediately my opponent heads forward with the LRS. Well, actually, more important than the LRS is that there's this fight here. I unload the Strela and make the Tow Cobra, I think, go away. This Strela helps out. The Strela just fails really hard. But on the ground, the Tow Cobra goes down, which is pretty good for me. My opponent unloads his LRS back here. I think he could have gotten it here. The LRS can deploy forward, very far forward. So the Medices start to fire on him. Over here, the Ranger's Dragon are a major threat. This is a good unit, but I pull the helicopters back, and they do a good job of just killing this Ranger's Dragon. And at this point, I'm feeling pretty good. Again, I don't know that this is rank 15. The main problem here is that my ATGM here does go down. Rocket helos are forced off, but they don't die. LRS is down. This is a good opening. This isn't a bad opening. His Ranger's Dragon is dead. His Tow Cobra is dead. His, an M3 and Bradley's gone. But I'll just say I made some pretty bad mistakes here in terms of like where I reinforced. And against a top level player like Red 4, that's not going to cut it. They will exploit weaknesses like that. But I just want you guys to look at the map. Like, I'm pretty pleased with my opening here. Like, he doesn't have anything here. But this is a very fat push coming in through here. A lot of vehicles, but we've got Medices here. It's a perfect unit. Miss Micro here. Actually, really bad Miss Micro right there. I was trying to pull this back. Instead, I somehow pulled this out. He gets stunned. Now my Medices are in trouble, but he's so grouped in here that I send a cluster bomber, which I guess in retrospect didn't get a ton of kills. I should have gotten it on the tanks, but it did slow him down. And at this point I really thought I was dealing with a noob because he was so clumped like that. And again, no offense to Red 4. and you'll see that pretty soon here that he's a very good player. This ATGM is a pretty threatening ATGM. One thing that's kind of missing here is just infantry reinforcements. I could maybe be bringing the... it looks like I do here. Dawns on me to bring the rocket helos over here to try to deal with the engineers. These battered engineer squads, he just pushes them forward nevertheless. I guess he somehow judged point-wise that I wasn't going to have that much stuff here. He sees something here and pulls him back. I think maybe he sees the rocket helos. Chaparral's pushing forward. Get some shots off with the rocket helo. That's he has to pop smoke there. I don't know why he popped smoke there actually. This rocket helo's just out of ammo. And I bring this one hit rocket helo forward. And it has like a little bit of about half its ammo left. Exactly half its ammo left. Bundle of sticks over here gets a nice hit. Like his position is really deteriorated. More LRS come forward, more Rangers come forward, and he correctly judges that I haven't reinforced this, which was my main error. I needed at least one of these coming forward to reinforce this, and I really needed these to be at the very front so that there could be no way for vehicles to get in here. Major problem. I don't know why I didn't push them forward. And this is one of the things that I stress to people all the time who ask me questions about how to get better, of which there are very few, but it is one of the things I say. Oh, what a pain. Like, if I'd been here, this wouldn't have happened. If I'd been here, this wouldn't have happened. They might have gotten lit up by the Bradley, but then he wouldn't have even thought about bringing these here. He would have had to disembark back here. So this is a major L. And just as this is happening, the Conquerors arrives. And he gets in here, you know, unmolested. No, like for free. He gets 2 good squads of infantry in there, backed up by a bunch of tanks. So this was a very new play on my part, in a almost it feels almost clairvoyant, but that's what it's like when you're playing against someone like top level gamers, you know. He just judged, good instinct and judgment. You got those in there, and then this position quickly is just gone, like so fast for nothing. Like maybe 1 Ranger dead, 1 LRS soldier wounded. Over here I try to push forward a little bit with BMPs, and they don't die actually, but they take a bunch of damage. The moto shoots and push forward trying to go for the engineers, but this has recovered enough, and this is unsupplied, which makes it so that he can just put the paint on. If this had supply, it would be so good, but it's hard to supply this because like this is vulnerable to attack. But I think if you can get it here, you're okay. So the this is where the throwing begins. I lose this position. He immediately, this is another like pro move, is he just like no time wasted there. Push straight through. Don't hang around there. Don't like rest on your laurels. Push up to this wood line. Rocket helo tries to salvage some stuff, fails. Tanks move forward. Engineers dragging, pushing into the forest. This is a major issue. And you can see how from that thing, I was like sort of expecting him to hang around in there, but no, he pushed right up, and then I have to disembark here. This is a really, really bad fight. BMPs are going to go down. One of the transports goes down. At least I saved 3 out of 4 of the infantry, but they're just peppered with enemy fire. My position in the wood line has been deteriorated because I haven't been getting supply up to this bundle of sticks right here. We actually get a kill with these Conquerors. It shows what this could have been doing the whole time. He brings a command tank forward, and I don't know, just through a combination of like, and I think this is the key with the pros, is like every single minor error you make will be exploited. This he smokes this bundle of sticks right here, which I want to try to remember that because it gave him free reign to just move across right here into this wood line. Motor shoots in just by pure infantry spam have cleared out this forest, but it's not going to be enough. This Bradley's going to cause major issues. These pioneers are not where they want. I wanted them for this. You can see how I'm about rank 1000. If you just the errors. And so this wood line has been lost. This Conquers is in trouble. This bundle of sticks is in trouble. This Conquers needs to be back here in the wood line, and it's not. And now I'm kind of like, okay, I've got a pretty big point lead. If he pushes for me in here, I can hold off. Or actually, I didn't quite say this yet. I was still a little just shocked. I think we can even speed up. What are we at here? This is right about the 10-minute mark. There's a bit of a slowdown here, although I wouldn't quite call it a slowdown because he's pushing across the map, but the fighting has kind of subsided a little bit. In fact, it's a little earlier. Yeah, let's just see what happens. So he comes here and cleans this all up with a helicopter. Another like very clean move right here. Like 0. He just completely cleans this up. Sets up in here, doesn't move past the wood line just yet, gets engineers in here, clears out the bundle of sticks, starts putting fire at long range with tanks. I don't have ATGM set up. I think maybe a better or a more experienced player than I am would have already had an ATGM there. He's got an LRS right there. That's crazy. Their stealth is so sick. I love these units. They're thugs. Awesome. Can I see that? No. That's crazy. So LRS can really get in your face. It's one of my favorite units, so I need to... Always looking for ways to get better with them. I think I remember like little shots reaching here. Look at that. Yeah, there it is. I was like, what is shooting me? Could I see that? See that there's infantry there.
Gib mir Morphium! Gib mir Morphium!
Looks like I start to fire at it a little bit. But look, it's like, it's killing my ATGM. This crucial ATGM is being killed by the LRS. Barely make it out. He gets his point. We're down to a +1, but we have 700 points, and it's kind of at this point that I'm thinking, alright, if he builds up, and I still don't know he's rank 15, and so I'm like, okay, that was a good push. Sort of a suspiciously good push, but whatever. There's no way this is like a top level player. But I'm like, if he tries to push me here, I think I might be able to hold him out for 30 minutes. This division is so spammy. I thought there's hope maybe, but where there won't be hope is if he pushes for these cities, which I now literally like can barely reinforce because these Abrams are here causing trouble. And then there's almost like clockwork. When I said that, he started going for it, and I think it was like I think it was just like a newer player might have trouble not having tunnel vision and going for this. You know, also this is a 2-point zone, so I think a lot of new, like less experienced players would try to go for keep their momentum and not be patient and just route their units over to another place. What I'm curious about are like his choices of reinforcements here. So he just stops here and makes a line. And then look, there's nothing coming on this road. Some supply to like heal them up, but other than that, he just moves across here to the city. With Abrams and Engineers Dragon, and yeah, I don't know. I think at this point, like the mistakes that I made kind of cascaded to the point where I didn't really have the points or the like. I was sweating too hard in here to like reinforce this, both in terms of my attention span and focus, but also like my literal points. So it was, yeah, it felt really like, oh my goodness, that's it right here. I was like, it went from like there's a chance to like, oh, he did exactly what he should do right now at exactly the right time. So that's what that felt like. And so you can see here I'm like racing to try to reinforcement. 2 helicopters, maybe a little excessive. I think just this one could have been okay. I don't think we needed this. He pulls back with the tanks. A little curious about why he does that. Maybe worried about AA. Looks like he's sort of meeting up with a chaparral here. Yeah, so he's moving as a group with the chaparral. Interesting. Laser guided bombs overhead, and look, he just stops, and look how many points I've put into here. Bombs the bundle of sticks right there. Pops smoke over here. Chaparral moves forward. I am like in severe need of ATGMs in that city, as well as just infantry beef, as well as AA, just everything. Everything's a giant mess. You can see I try to route my commander over to try to hold on to the thing, and I knew this was a gamble. I was like, maybe he can sneak through here. But yeah, I think these little cars stick out like a sore thumb. His command unit sees my command unit, gets a nice shot even though it's on the move, which is, yeah. Then he gets the tick. Helicopter comes in again, another really clean helicopter play right there. Like you can see, well, let's see. Yeah, it's pretty far back, but very cautious. It's not like out here where I don't know, a lot of players, I think I've gotten way better with my helicopters, to be honest, but a lot of players get a little too far forward with them, especially once the game gets going and the AA web is set up. You can see how cautious he is with it. Just sort of scanning over the city from the back, behind a big line of other things. Now I'm feeling the hurt. This is more than enough time for him to win, and I'm not really seeing a way back into the game. So you can see I surrender pretty soon here, but I don't know, I thought I'd show you guys this this video because it kind of illustrated a lot of things that the good players in WARNO do to like, or to me it's, that's what I sort of thought about that blob right there, is it's not like to me that was bad micro right there, but it's the decision making, and the like exploitation of mistakes, and not making mistakes. Like he didn't, like bundling that was a mistake, but and then he kind of messed up his opening. But after that, there weren't any mistakes. Like he was probably like, what's going on here? Oh, and then he just reacted. Like it was very it felt very reactive. So yeah, that's that. GG to Red Force Slayer. As you can see, rank 15. Yeah, definitely a good player. The KD, yeah, was heavily in his favor. So this was that cluster bomb shot. Yeah, basically I did well in the beginning, and then did not. Look at that. What? Just a lot of kills on me. Brutal. Brutal, brutal. Alright, thanks for watching, and yeah, if you guys want to see me stream, keep an eye out. I think you can click, like, there's something you can do where you get notified if I'm streaming, which I'm sure all of you will do, because I can't think of anything more important that could be going on than me streaming. But yeah, if you guys want to stop by and watch me do that, then you'd be welcome to. Alright, see you guys.